This is Patrick with New Jersey's Outdoor Adventures YouTube channel, back here at Sequoia and Salt in Manasquan, New Jersey, hanging out with Chris. Chris is going to give us a tour of this cool custom camper van, and this is a little bit different than some of the stuff we filmed before, and I really like this one. You got to check it out. So join us.
What's going on, Patrick? Chris here from Sequoia and Salt Camper Vans. Welcome back for another video. Behind me we have an Nissan NV 2500. It's a 4x4 camper that we built out for a customer. What's so cool about this van to start is, so we primarily build high top cargo vans into Class B RVs, but every now and then we like to throw a low roofed van in the mix, and I feel like it's kind of a flex to our creativity here at Sequoia and Salt. It is not, I would say it's more challenging to build a van like this out than it is to build a high top cargo van out. So I'm just really excited to show you around it. So in the front of the van, we did a nice light bar on the bottom. On the top, we did a safari roof rack. We added a bunch of sort of pod lights for some extra beam in the front of the vehicle. We have some black Rhino rims and tires. You see them on a lot of our vans, and some BF Goodrich KO3 tires. We went with the Aviator running boards on the sides. There's not a lot of components that go with a vehicle like this, so kind of whatever Overlander style is out there, we're gonna have to purchase and move with those products. And on the roof, you'll see that we have two Thule boxes. So we have it opened. We switched how they open up, so they kind of open up and flare out the sides, so you can grab it from both sides. It makes it easy to grab stuff from the top. Behind that, we have a Dometic RTX 2000 AC unit, and to the side of that, we have a Starlink Mini. We've had a lot of customers inquire about the Starlink Minis, which is awesome, because you know what, if you're out there and like this customer, they're going to travel a lot, and they normally are off grid and they want to have the ability to work. So on the side, it comes with like a stock tip out window, and we have a shore power connector on the side, like every single van that we've installed or built out. So while we walk on the side of the van, let's come over here. So while we walk on the side of the van, we added an Avatar ladder on the back. So this customer is a truck camper. He's more of a tent camper, and he went from tent camping into a suburban. He loves going around the country. He doesn't need a lot of space. He could have gotten a high top cargo, but he fell in love with this van, and he said, you know what, I want to build this one out. So we said yes to it, and we are super stoked how it turned out. As you come into the little mini cabin, you'll see we have our rugged flooring. So this is nice airplane flooring. We took out, in the front here, we took out the armrest that came stock with the vehicle, and then we found the perfect sized cooler unit that works so they have their cooler sit right between them. Now this is really a van that you're going to see is going to be more so just a little extra compartment on the side of the cooler. This is more of a lounge van. This is, you know, you're going to go on some good trips. This is better than a tent. That's kind of our motto here. It sure beats a tent. So behind me, we have some nice deep seats with some Brella fabric on them. All of the interior is all bamboo. So if you look at the corners here, Patrick, we curve cut all of the corners so it all wraps around everything perfectly. And we did some nice bamboo trims, some custom roll shades. The whole entire ceiling, like we're doing in a lot of our vans now, kind of sort of looks like a boat interior. So you can see a really nice bamboo trimming. Below me, we added some nice bungee harps, or bungee cubbies, for some extra space. And if you want to actually make this bed, this lounge, into a bed, what you're going to do is you're going to just pull it out. That slides over. And then you'll see that you can just take your back cushions, and they just fill in the middle section here. This becomes a nice full-size bed in the inside. So I'm gonna put it away, and I'll show you some more cool stuff on the inside. So how we were able to achieve making this bed, which was, I can tell you, an absolute challenge. It was really difficult because it's such a small space, and we had to figure out how to get these cushions, this to slide out and give it enough support to be a full-size bed, and to cut the cushions a certain way so when they land, it lands right in the middle here and it can become a full-size bed. So what we did is you made this nice sliding mechanism here but it holds itself tight by these magnets. You see those magnets under there? So it can't overextend itself, so it goes and it locks. And then it just slides right in and just pushes up against the wall. We'll put these back and I'll show you the rest. So inside of this cabin, we have 400 amp hours of lithium battery power. So you can run this AC unit off grid for 20 hours. And we pre-routed, or we pre-wired for solar up there, just in case in the future he wants to expand and he wants to take off those boxes and throw some solar panels up there. It's already ran for him. If I slide this over, we have a lagoon table. Behind the lagoon table, can you see it down there? it's a little tight. But we have two accessory seat belts for the customer. They want to have some, little ones travel with them. So on the side of on the side of our lounge right here, we added our 12-volt fuse panel and our breaker system, because we added some outlets throughout the cabin. There's an outlet here, and there's another outlet right in the back, and there's an outlet on the side of this for when they're going to do some work. We did a nice, sort of armrest. We tried making it a little bit more like a couch, and we added our Victron monitor right here, our shunt, our Starlink switch, our inverter switch, and then our dimmable lights right on the side here. And above that, you can see our Velvet heater that's built right inside of it. And to the side, you can see our lagoon table. We have this in almost every single van. So normally we take the lagoon tables and we try to make it part of the bed. So the lagoon table goes down and it sits into a groove. But that was where it was so challenging to build this van, because we realized there was nothing to hold the leg of the lagoon table. So that's why we had to figure out a structure like this so you can slide it out and be able to support the bed. Behind the lagoon table, I don't know what we're gonna call this. We call it like shark. Came from something that we designed called Shark Lap, which is like shiplap with shark fins in it, which was really cool. And we sort of expanded on that design and we made it so this section right here, we have some specialty. They look like mustache clips. So you can add all sort of mounting clips on this section right here, and it shares a really nice design. And behind this section, the customer has two dogs I'm going to show you in a second. So before we head around back, I also want to mention, so I'm going to move over to the lagoon table. This customer, we added a lagoon table mount right here for the customer, or we added a secondary mount on the side of the bench over here so that they can, sort of change up the positions while they're working. I'm going to take this off. We're going to get tight here, Patrick, so hold on. So what we did was we wanted to make a sort of a safety section. So we put a little lock here, so a key lock. So this is where they're going to put all of their safety belongings. And then this is just our hatch. So if there ever has to be any work done on the heater system, it's right here. So the way we've been designing vans is so forward on maintenance, because we recognize that every single van at some point is going to need some kind of maintenance. And if we build you a van, that van's most likely going to come back to us. And if we can't get into those systems, it just leads for so much more work. So we've been sort of engineering our van just a little bit differently, or just sort of evolved from what we used to do. All right, as I come down. Whew. So in the back side of the van, you're going to see, again, that nice design sort of carry through the cabin. Look at what this took, I don't want to say because I'm almost embarrassed, but this section right here took almost 40 hours to build to match this curvature. So inside of this van, the customer had to sign off on the fact that there's still airbags in it. So you have two sort of, you have a crossroad that happens when you have airbags inside of a van. You can disconnect the airbags, but then the airbags will, they'll read a light on your console that'll say that there's a problem inside the system. Or you can keep them in, like we did here, and we just framed around it. So to frame this entire section around this so that we weren't gonna, have any problems with those airbags, it was very challenging. So in the back, we have the dog bed. So they have two larger dogs that will sleep back here. Apparently they're like yin and yang on how they sleep, so they like a little bit of a smaller bed. Next to it, we have a portable bagged toilet. So this is a 50 unit toilet, a 50 bag toilet. So when you open this up, essentially, I mean, obviously they're not going to be using this right here. They're going to bring along a little, you know, pop-up. So it's really nice about this toilet. And then this is a 50 bag toilet. So you put this cartridge in here and you have 50 flushes in this awesome toilet. And it's nice because it's super portable to stow away on the road. If you guys have heard any other video with me, I am the biggest advocate for the bag toilets. They have changed the game when it comes to camper vans. And so in the back here, we added, so this is a customer's Blackstone. So he just wanted a compartment that he can keep some of his stuff in here, so he can easily just pop out his Blackstone, do some cooking. He's gonna keep a little bit. He'll probably most likely keep a cooler right here. Like, you know, that's where he's gonna have most of his food, and then just a secondary section over here. And these are 300-pound track sliders, so they can add some extra weight to it.
This is a cool van. I like the fact that it's very flexible. It's like a, I don't know, just a regular van, but you could lounge in it, you could sleep in it, you could work in it, the dogs have a place, you could camp in it. It's kind of like a surf van. I ride up and down the Jersey Shore, and Jersey Shore is a great place for surfing, and there's a lot of surfers that have their own surf van.
Yeah. But
they're not as nice as this. This is pretty spectacular. I love the design, I love the style, and the fact that if there's extra seatbelts, so if a couple buddies want to jump in and you want to go out golfing for the day, you can take this van.
Patrick, I agree with you completely. There's a lot of surfers out there. There's a lot of active people that are involved in the camper van lifestyle, and they love to come to us for some solutions. And I think the reason why they're so like drawn towards us is because that's who we are. We love going out. We take our vans on the beach. We go camping every weekend. We go surfing. We go snowboarding. Like, the snowboarding season is coming along, and we are so excited for it. So, you know, if you're looking for a van and you're not sure if someone would build it out, reach out to us, because you never know. Like this van, the customer was like, "Would you ever do that?" And we're like, okay, let's do it. Like, because we have time on our hands to design something cool for a customer, then, you know, if you give us some time, we'll build you something special.
Well, it is cool. I appreciate the opportunity to showcase a van like this. I know you're out there like every weekend camping with your family, and you have you had a camper van, you had some other things. You have a truck camper now?
Yeah.
You do a lot of beach camping, and that's really fishing, surfing, and just getting the family together, right?
That's it. That's what it's all about. It's all about getting outside and enjoying yourself and talking stories around the fire. That's what camping is.
Well, that's awesome. I'll put those links in the description so our viewers can click over your website. Now, this van won't be on your website because it's not a standard build.
I'm going to put it on there.
You're going to put it on there.
Why not?
So if someone wants one like that, you can reach out to Chris. And I guess you could do this on any van. It doesn't have to be a Nissan NV.
If there's another Nissan NV owner, please reach out. I would, you know, we'd love to make another. If there's another one of these out there, we'll do it. Okay?
That's awesome. Thank you very much. I'll see you on the next tour.